Clarity Clinical Solutions.
Have you ever signed a document without fully reading it? When it comes to clinical trials, informed consent is your most important protection. In this video, we will explain what informed consent really means and what you need to know before you sign. Informed consent is a process, not a piece of paper. It is an ongoing conversation between you and the research team. It rests on 3 pillars defined by the Belmont Report. First, information. You must be told the purpose, procedures, risks, benefits, and alternatives in plain language. Second, understanding. The team must confirm you actually comprehend what you are agreeing to. Third, voluntariness. Your decision must be free from coercion, and you can say no or leave at any time. The informed consent system exists because of a dark history. The Tuskegee Syphilis Study from 1932 to 1972 denied 400 black men treatment for syphilis without their knowledge. The Nuremberg Code of 1947 was the first international code declaring that voluntary consent is absolutely essential. And the Belmont Report of 1979 established the 3 core principles that guide all human subject research today. Federal regulations require 8 specific elements in every consent form. The purpose and procedures of the study. The reasonably foreseeable risks and discomforts. The potential benefits. The duration of the study. The alternative treatments available instead of the trial. How your personal data will be kept confidential. Compensation if you are injured. And who to contact with questions or concerns. Plus, a clear statement that participation is voluntary. Here is something many people do not realize: signing the form is just the beginning. If new information comes up during the study, like new side effects are discovered, you must be informed again and asked if you want to continue. This is called reconsent. You should also never feel pressured to sign on the spot. Take the consent form home. Discuss it with your family and your own doctor. Understanding is the second pillar, and it is often the most challenging. Consent forms must be written at an 8th grade reading level, but even then, the research team should use the teach-back method, asking you to explain the study in your own words. Diagrams, charts, and videos can also help. If you cannot explain the study to someone else, you may not understand it well enough to consent. Voluntariness means your decision must be completely free. Your doctor cannot threaten to withhold standard medical care if you refuse to join. Payments must be reasonable, not so large they cloud your judgment. Most importantly, you can withdraw from a trial at any time, for any reason, without penalty or loss of benefits. That is not just a courtesy, it is your legal right. Every consent form must clearly present both risks and benefits. Risks to look for include physical side effects, discomfort from procedures, the time commitment, and the possibility of receiving a placebo. Potential benefits include early access to new treatments, closer medical monitoring, and helping future patients. The consent form should give you enough information to weigh both sides. Some groups need extra protections under federal regulations. Children need parental permission plus their own assent if they are age 7 or older. Pregnant women have specific risk-benefit rules under Subpart B. Prisoners have strict oversight because their environment limits free choice. And cognitively impaired adults require a legally authorized representative to consent on their behalf. There are several common myths about informed consent. Myth 1, once I sign, I have to stay. False, you can leave any time. Myth 2, I will lose my doctor if I leave. False, you return to standard care. Myth 3, it is just a form to sign. False, it is an ongoing conversation. Myth 4, the form is a binding contract. False, it is an information document that protects your rights. Before you sign, you should ask these questions. What is the purpose of this study? What exactly will happen to me? What are the main risks and side effects? Are there potential benefits for me? What are my other options? And can I leave at any time, and what happens then? A good research team will welcome these questions. Electronic consent, or e-consent, is changing how the process works. Using tablets, videos, and interactive modules, e-consent can make information more engaging. Studies show that multimedia improves comprehension. It also allows remote consent, which was accelerated during the COVID-19 pandemic. But e-consent must still contain all 8 required elements. Technology improves the process but does not replace the legal requirements. 2 groups protect your rights. The Institutional Review Board, or IRB, reviews every consent form before the study starts, checking that language is clear, risks are explained, and the process is fair. The investigator is responsible for ensuring consent is truly informed by answering all your questions and never rushing you. If you ever feel pressured or confused, you can contact the IRB directly. Their number is on the consent form. So here is what you need to remember. Informed consent rests on 3 pillars: information, understanding, and voluntariness. You have the right to know the purpose, risks, benefits, and alternatives before you agree. You have the right to take the form home and discuss it with your family. And you have the right to leave the trial at any time, for any reason. Never sign something you do not fully understand. Ask questions, take your time, and know your rights.